ResortLoop.com is proud to be sponsored by Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. Joffrey's now offers coffee subscriptions. You can order a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription. You can choose from 3 collections: the Flavored Coffee Collection, the Roastmasters Collection, or the Disney Signature Coffee Collection. Each collection includes 3 bags per month. With the Joffrey's Coffee subscriptions, never run out of great coffee again. Learn more and order at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
The body of water that you see to the right of our forward motion is the Seven Seas Lagoon. The Seven Seas Lagoon is a man-made creation that took 3 years and the removal of millions of cubic yards of earth to complete.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. This is ResortLoop.com, the gateway to the magic, and this is episode 732. Very excited about that. So we needed to knock out a show today. Apparently it's been a light week for Disney news, so I'm going to try to find some stories to fill. Just kidding. Huge news week. A lot of stuff going on. Again, other stuff I wanted to talk about, but we got to talk about these news headlines for this episode. Starting off, this just came out yesterday as I record the show. This is from the Disney Parks blog, so we know it's an official news site. I actually saw a couple of tweets about this at first, and I was like, all right, now I got to check some actual news sources to see if this is true, because just want to check. I like to double check sources, make sure we're putting accurate stories out there. New adventures with Princess Tiana coming to Disneyland Park and the Magic Kingdom. Their announcement said, "Today we are thrilled to share a first glimpse of a project Imagineers have been working on since last year. Splash Mountain, both at Disneyland Park and in California and Magic Kingdom Park in Florida, will soon be completely reimagined. The theme is inspired by one of the all-time favorite Disney animated films, The Princess and the Frog. We pick up this story after the final kiss and join Princess Tiana and Louis on a musical adventure. You could say magical probably if you'd like. It is the Magic Kingdom. Featuring some of the powerful music from the film as they prepare for their first ever Mardi Gras performance. Tiana is a modern, courageous, and empowered woman who pursues her dreams and never loses sight of what's really important. It's a great story with a strong lead character set against the backdrop of New Orleans and the Louisiana Bayou. In 1966, Walt himself opened New Orleans Square when it became the first new land added to Disneyland Park, so it feels natural to link the story with the incredible music of The Princess and the Frog to our parks." The article goes on to say that the voice of Princess Tiana, the Tony Award-winning actress Anika Noni Rose, shared that it's really exciting to know that Princess Tiana's presence in both Disneyland and the Magic Kingdom will finally be fully realized. "As passionate as I am about what we created, I know the fans are going to be over the moon. The Imagineers are giving us the Princess and the Frog Mardi Gras celebration we've been waiting for, and I'm all for it," she says. They say the approach to retheming or plussing the attraction begins with Imagineers asking the question, how can we build upon or elevate the experience and tell a fresh, relevant story? It's a continuous process that Imagineers are deeply passionate about, and with this long-standing history of updating attractions and adding new magic, the retheming of Splash Mountain is of particular importance today. The new concept is inclusive, one that all of our guests can connect with and be inspired by, and it speaks to the diversity of the millions of people who visit our parks each year. I will say this is something Disney's been kind of adjusting and correcting as things go on. Some of the older content that they have in the company might not have been some of the most inclusive, some of the most appropriate given today's standards. So they go on to say that for Imagineers, change is rooted in a tradition set by Walt Disney, who encouraged new innovations, new ideas, new scenes, and current storytelling. And the experiences they create can be enjoyed by guests who visit parks from all over the world. And they continue to say that, this conceptual design work is well underway, and Imagineers will soon be able to conduct preliminary reviews and develop a timeline for when we can look for this attraction to be rethemed, reimagined. When I first heard about this, I was a little disappointed that it was going to be changing, but then I realized, Tim, you've never really seen the movie, so, and if it bothers people, makes people feel uncomfortable, I'm sure that is something that Walt Disney would not want to happen. While nobody knows what Walt would do, so to speak, I think it's pretty safe to say that if he knew some of his older content was exclusionary or not up to the standards that we have currently, I'm sure he'd be all for it. I'm sure he'd love Princess and the Frog. A lot of people out there are very excited by this. I will say I've not seen Princess and the Frog either. So Splash Mountain is actually changing from one movie I haven't seen before's theme to another movie I haven't seen theme. So I'm going to be kind of open for this. I actually enjoyed the music from the old attraction. I'm sure I'll enjoy the music from the new attraction. My homework this weekend, I'll be watching Princess and the Frog. And if you want to see some discussion on this, you can check us out over at Looper Nation Live on our Facebook page. If you're not there yet, just go over and send us a little request you'd like to join the group. We'd be happy to add you. We'd be happy to have you part of the Looper Nation Live family. Speaking of ResortLoop.com, the Looper Nation Live page, don't forget we have a blog over there at ResortLoop.com. Just want to give a quick mention that Super Looper Jim McNair has a article over there entitled Disney During the Lockdown, How Disney Helped Me Stay Sane. Great article. Really appreciate Jim contributing to the blog. If you'd like to contribute to our blog, have an idea for a little article you'd like to write up or anything, let me know. Tim at ResortLoop.com. Be happy to see your article and get it posted out there for you. Moving on to some Disney travel news. Want to get this out there. If you've been looking forward to going in 2021, you need to make some reservations. They have just opened up. You can now book reservations for 2021 Walt Disney World. I'm not sure they're just room reservations in addition to packages. I know packages are available, and right now, with the way things are going, I would recommend packages in a heartbeat over just booking a room only yourself and then adding the tickets later. One, you're going to have to put down $200 instead of one night stay and then try to figure out getting the tickets yourself. If you get them in the package, you can just order whatever tickets you're going to want there. And if something happens down the road, Disney is in control of the whole thing. We've kind of seen that Disney's had great cancellation policies during all this. They've been very flexible. It's taken them a while at some points to maybe get everything, but they've done everything right so far. I expect that to continue without a doubt. So my recommendation is right now, going forward, at least for the immediate future, and I might say for the next year or so, I would definitely book packages over booking them yourselves, room and tickets. Speaking of tickets, we all know that I had a little bit of a hissy fit years ago. Okay, I mildly complained, but still, about the taking away of the non-expiring ticket option for Disney theme parks. That was always my go-to ticket. And while I would recommend packages right now for people, if you don't know when you want to go, if Disney, they're not doing this is just an idea I had. If Disney wants to come up with some additional cash, maybe you want to put out some special non-expiring tickets right now. People would buy those right now. Say you want to buy a 5-day tickets and they're just good into the future. I would hope Disney is looking at that right now. Because if you have 5, before you could go up to a 10-day ticket, non-expiring tickets, when was the best time to take a last-second trip? Sitting at home going, you know what? I have the weekend off. I have Monday off. I have some cheap airfare. I'm willing to maybe take a long drive for the weekend. I'm going to use a couple of those tickets. I'm going to go down to Disney. I wasn't planning on it. Now, granted, right now we have to worry about theme park reservations and that kind of thing. But I'm looking kind of past that right now, thinking, I'll offer some non-expiring tickets out there to some people. Oh, maybe make them like special commemorative tickets. Maybe a little special bonus. I think people would snap those up. Disney, just my thought to you. Maybe temporarily add some non-expiring tickets out there. Let's boost that income. How about that? Remember, you heard it from Tim at ResortLoop.com. Getting back to some other Disney news. I thought we'd go out to the West Coast. We'll talk a little Disneyland because they announced earlier that they're going to reopen the parks on July 17th. They're not opening on July 17th now. There was a little bit of talk from the unions. They didn't feel terribly safe. So they filed some complaints on the safety of their employees out there, some of their members out there. And not long after I heard that in the news, it came out that the state of California is now saying they will not issue theme park reopening until sometime after July 4th. That's when they're going to have the next meeting to discuss, will it be a safe park to open the park out there in California? And Disney said, given the time required for us to bring back thousands of cast members back to work and to restart the business, we have no choice but to delay the opening of our theme parks and resorts until we receive approval from government officials. Once they have a clear understanding of when guidelines will be released, they will expect to communicate a good reopening date. It's a lot like opening Disney World. You can't just say we're going to open up next week because you have to bring back thousands of employees, get them where they need to go, make sure the employees that you have out there are able to handle the jobs, getting back into the roles they filled before, or train them for new roles. However, Disney does say that Downtown Disney is still going to reopen on July 9th. They're going to have health and safety protocols in place for the cast members and guests. The opening has been previously approved and is in line with the restaurant and retail openings throughout California. The union, which represents the retail cast at this location, previously signed an agreement for the members to return to work. And the article from Disney, they don't normally talk about the labor unions too much in actually their news unless they need to, but it says, in order to reopen our theme parks, we need to negotiate agreements with our unions to return employees to work. We have had positive discussions, and we are very pleased to have signed agreements from 20 union affiliates, including the Master Services Council, which represents more than 11,000 of our cast members. The signed agreement details plans that include enhanced safety protocols that will allow us to responsibly reopen and get thousands of our cast members back to work. Then Disney continues to say, we thank our cast and guests for their patience during this unprecedented time while we wait for approval from the government officials. So if you're out there, you need a little Disney fix, you can still go to Downtown Disney. But that's not until July 9th. So anybody goes out there, is out there, and you're out Downtown Disney during that time, let me know. I'd like to know how things are looking out there. Drop me a line at tim@ResortLoop.com. Also, when I was looking around for some news stories, I came across a small little blurb over on one of the Disney websites, the official Disney websites. I think it was probably the Parks blog. It said, Mickey Mouse is going to arrive in a new location in 2020. That piqued my interest. Where's Mickey Mouse going to be? Is he going to be at Chef Mickey's? Maybe. By the way, we're hearing that is going to go to a family-style type dining now. So I think the buffets, unfortunately, as we know them, are gone. But like I've said about the buffets, while I love the selection of the buffets, after all that walking in the parks, getting up early, staying up late, sometimes I just want to sit down and have the food brought to me. So we'll see how that goes. I'm curious if the menu will be the same, if they're going to pare it down so they, can't bring as much food to the table, as big of a variety, but it'll be curious. I'm anxious to see what the menu is going to be at Chef Mickey's. But anyway, getting back to Mickey Mouse. Arriving at a new location in 2020, it says Mickey will soon be making appearances in a new location at the Imagination Pavilion. This is great. Where is he going to be in the Imagination Pavilion? Is it going to be upstairs where the DVC lounge is or was? What's going on up there? Is there a special backdrop? Is it somewhere in the hidden bowels of the Dreamfinder? Well, not the bowels of Dreamfinder. That would be not very good. But the bowels might be there. I don't know. I should cut that out, but I'm not. There'll be something else at the end of the show that I couldn't read correctly. It's been a great day in the ResortLoop.com studios. In final news and travel story here, I want to talk about, because I don't know about you, if you've cruised before, you can't wait to get back on a cruise ship, especially a Disney cruise ship. The sea is calling me, my friends, and I think Castaway's Key is calling me. I might go shopping for a new thong. Don't picture that. That will cause a big problem. Don't picture that at all. But I'm anxious for a cruise. I want to get back out on the ships, as I'm sure a lot of people do. If you've never been, consider it for a Disney vacation. When these ships start up, there's not going to be any cleaner place you can travel. Disney Cruise Line is introducing something they're calling a cruise date flexibility. Now, if you've been a little uneasy about booking a cruise, thinking, with everything going on, I'm not sure I'm comfortable booking a cruise. What if it gets kind of down to the wire and I'm not liking the way things are looking? What are my options? Well, Disney came up with this option. I'm actually going to read this directly off my information here because I don't want to misstate anything. Make sure everybody's on the same page. And it says, at Disney Cruise Line, we understand these are challenging times, but we take comfort in knowing that brighter days are ahead. We can't wait to welcome our guests back on board and return to making magic at sea. To give you more peace of mind, Disney Cruise Line is launching a temporary cruise date flexibility option, allowing guests the option to change their sail date up to 15 days prior to their cruise. This means that for any new or existing cruises booked prior to August 31st, 2020, for sailings through March 31st, 2021, you can change your sail date up to 15 days before departure. If you'd like to explore an alternate sailing, it says contact Disney Cruise Line or your travel agents. Sailings are currently available through summer of 2021 for bookings, and additional eligible sailings will be released in the near future. They continue to say, we appreciate the planning that goes into a cruise vacation and hope you enjoy this additional flexibility in when you would like to travel. We look forward to welcoming you on board as soon as we can and making magic for you and your loved ones. Like I said, this is a great option. Once Disney Cruise Line is able to fire themselves back up, one, there's never been a cleaner cruise line on the seas than the Disney Cruise Line. And those ships will never be any cleaner than they are when you get back on them. And they will continue to be clean. They're going to be the safest ships on the sea. I have no doubt about that. But, when it gets down to the wire, if you're not comfortable, they've given you an option here. I think that's great. Some of the details, I'm just going to go over these real quick. Guests who have booked before August 31st, 2020 have the ability to change their sail date up to 15 days prior to embarkation. We talked about that. Guests scheduled to sail on or before March 31st, 2021 may take advantage of the offer. Guests who wish to change their sail date must move to a future sailing date that commences prior to April 1st of 2022. So that's almost like a full year, if I'm reading that correctly. Prevailing rates apply, and guests are responsible for any balance due after the reservation has been modified. So you can't change it from your, 4,000 Disney cruise to a 5,000 Disney cruise without paying the difference. So that makes sense. Also, important details, guests cannot change their reservation back to the original sail date after taking advantage of this offer. So if you move your cruise to a future date, and then you decide, well, I've changed it, I want to change back, you can't do that because they've probably sold your cabin already or given that to somebody else. Should you cancel your new sail date, any cancellation fees applicable to the original sail date will be deferred and applied as a minimum cancellation fee to the future sailing. And also standard air cancellation fees apply for guests who booked flights through Disney Cruise Line. So those are the details there. Basically, you've got a little bit of leeway here, a little bit of flexibility. If you book a cruise for down the line, you decide, I'm getting there, I will push it further out, they're going to let you do that. Up to, what did I say, 15 days before your original trip. So I think the new cruise date flexibility is Disney's way of saying, we want you to come back, we want you to feel safe coming back and feel at ease knowing you can change things down the road if you need to. And before I wrap it up here, I've neglected to read our iTunes reviews. Now it's Apple Podcast reviews. That's how long it's actually been. So I'm going to read a couple of those. This is from Blue Point 1776. Says, great podcast, Tim. I enjoy your humor and your super kind way. Looking forward to hearing more. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. Thank you very much. I know we're having a great time here. I'm enjoying doing the show. Another one, this is from Dad Game. Says, love listening and watching to the guys. Been listening since the beginning. Really miss Bob. We all do. Hope all is well and that he will return someday. I'm sure we can get him to swing by once in a while, but I can tell you, without giving you any details, he's really busy right now, so he's living his best Bob life. Let's just say that. But he's doing very well. He'll enjoy hearing that you said that. And then from Harry Potter Fan 2015, said, I've been listening to your podcast ever since it started. Really enjoyable. I am a big Disney fan and only 14. Oh, thanks, Harry Potter fan. That should express how great this show is, saying a 14-year-old listens to it. So true. Then they go on to say, P.S. I don't understand who would want hot Joffrey's coffee at Disney World. Well, Harry Potter fan, I can tell you that, one, I enjoy hot coffee at Disney World first thing in the morning. But if you're not a hot coffee fan, the best part about Joffrey's, they have multiple options. They have some iced lattes, iced chai tea lattes. Don't forget about the nitro cold brew. And how about the shaken Jamaican cold brew? And there might be some other adult beverages in there, but you're 14 and you're not allowed. So, but anyway, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the kind reviews. If you'd like to leave a review on your favorite podcast listening option, most of them are Apple Podcasts, but I'm sure Spotify has an option for that. I need to check that out. I really appreciate it. By the way, I appreciate all the support. I'm getting notes every once in a while saying, hang in there, Tim. We're going to make it through this little viral thing going around. And I just want to let everybody know I appreciate everybody's kind thoughts with everything. And like I said before, if you'd like to write for our blog, drop me online. I'd love to publish your article. Love to hear it. Love to see it. And anybody that's going to any of the parks, any of the Disney things right now, Disney Springs, Disney Parks, Disney Hotels. Well, parks aren't open yet. But when you get there, let me know how they go. Send me some pictures. If you want to post some pictures over on Facebook at Looper Nation Live. I know everybody there would love to see them. I'm going to wrap up the show because I'm sure there's more breaking news because last week I did a show. It was like now 2 hours later. There was breaking news out of that. So anyway, Tim Scott, Facebook, Twitter, the website, ResortLoop.com, Looper Nation Live, our Facebook group. Don't forget YouTube. I'm going to have some things over there shortly, I hope. That's the plan. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing. Please, everyone, go out there and share the gateway to the magic, ResortLoop.com. See you, everybody. Vacation memories will stay with you and your family for a lifetime. The Resort Loop Travel Group was created with this in mind. Our fee-free services will relieve you of the stress and confusion of finding and booking the best vacation at the best price. After booking, we will continue to monitor for ways to save you even more on your vacation. We will check for any upcoming packages and discounts to save you as many vacation dollars as possible. Resort Loop Travel Group, gateway to your magical vacation memories. Get a quote, or for more information, visit ResortLoopTravelGroup.com. Entitled Disney During the Lockdown, How Disney Helped Me Stay Stained? Sorry, Jim. Entitled Disney During the Lockdown, How Disney Helped Me Stay? Good Lord. Entitled Disney During the Lockdown, How Disney Helped Me Stay Sane. I can still get that a little bit better. Entitled Disney During the Lockdown, How Disney Helped Me Stay Sane. Stained? Entitled Disney During the Lockdown, How Disney Helped Me say? Oh.